Today, we're breaking the 10 beginner habits that cost riders the most in 2025. Fix these now, and the bike starts to feel calm, almost easy. Miss them, and the bill comes due later. And to see why most riders get fooled by simple corners, we need to start with the protections you trust and the ones you think you can trust. Number 1. Riding without real gear. Just a quick ride, you tell yourself. Jeans, sneakers, maybe an old helmet with a loose strap. The road doesn't care. Skin is fragile. Ankles are fragile. Your head is the most fragile of all. Real gear isn't cosplay, it's a second skeleton. Helmet, gloves, jacket with armor, proper pants, boots that cover your ankles. Fit matters. Comfort matters. If gear is painful, you won't wear it. So pick pieces you'll actually use every ride. The fix? Build a minimum kit and lay it out by the door. Helmet clipped, gloves paired, jacket ready. If it's easy, you'll do it. If it's a hassle, you won't. Start there. But even with the best armor, there's a trap riders fall into when the bike comes with its own safety net, and that's where habit 2 hides. Number 2, treating rider aids like a magic shield. ABS, traction control, ride modes, they're brilliant. They are not a substitute for skill. If you grab a fistful of front brake mid-corner and trust ABS to save the day, you might stay upright until the day it doesn't. If you lean on rain mode instead of learning gentle throttle, you're outsourcing your growth to software. The fix? Train as if your bike has 0 aids. Smooth inputs, eyes up, progressive braking. Use the tech as a net, not a crutch. Now, why do riders need that net so often? Because of where they look. And that brings us to the silent steering wheel inside your head. Number 3, target fixation. Your eyes steer the bike. You stare at the pothole, you hit the pothole. You stare at the guardrail, you drift to the guardrail. Your eyes write the line, your hands just sign it. Under stress, the brain locks on to threats. The bike obediently follows. The fix is look where you want to go. Say it out loud. Practice it in a parking lot. Set 2 cones, look to the gap, and glide through. On the street, pick the escape path, not the obstacle. When your vision moves early, your line gets clean. But look where you want to go has a sequel new riders often miss. How far ahead you look changes everything about how the bike feels next. Number 4, scanning too close. Riding in a 20-foot bubble. If your eyes only scan the next car bumper, everything is a surprise. Braking is late, lines are sloppy, corners feel tight. You're reacting, not riding. Good riders scan far, then medium, then mirrors, then instruments, on repeat. It's a rhythm, far to mid to mirrors. That distance buys time. The fix? Count it. Pick a point far ahead and give yourself a 2-3 second visual lead. Practice on straight roads first, then in curves. Eyes to the exit, then back to the entry, then mirrors. Your hands calm down when your eyes do the planning. Seeing sooner is great, but you still have to slow sooner, and that's where the next 2 habits either make the bike smooth or make it scary.
Number 5, overusing the rear brake or ignoring it completely. The front brake is your main stopper. The rear is a stabilizer and a helper. New riders often mash the rear and wonder why it skids, or they ignore it and wonder why stops feel nose-heavy and clumsy. The fix? Blend. Squeeze the front progressively, light, then firmer as the fork compresses. Add a whisper of rear to keep the bike level, especially below parking lot speeds. Practice straight line stops. 3 runs front only, 3 runs rear only, 6 runs blended. Feel the difference. Make progressive squeeze plus gentle rear your default. Brakes teach calm. Throttle teaches trust. And that's where the next habit either makes the chassis happy or turns it into a pogo stick. Number 6. choppy throttle, or skipping the friction zone. Think of the throttle like a dimmer switch, not a light switch. Snap it open and the chassis unloads, then yanks, hello head bobble. Chop it shut mid-corner and the weight crashes forward, hello wobbly line. Same with the clutch. If you don't live in the friction zone at low speed, every U-turn feels like a coin toss. The fix? Parking lot drills. Slow figure eights using clutch slip plus steady throttle plus light rear brake. Add or remove speed with clutch, not throttle. On the road, roll on gently as you exit, roll off gently as you set up a turn. Smooth inputs keep the suspension in its happy range. Smooth input sets you up for corners, but corners have their own physics, and one idea unlocks them fast. Number 7, not using countersteering, the hidden button for turning. At speed, you don't turn the bars where you want to go, you push the inside bar. Want left? Press the left grip. The bike instantly leans left. It feels wrong the first time because your hands are doing the opposite of what your eyes see. But once it clicks, your lines tighten up like magic. The fix? Quiet road or empty lot, 20-30 mph. Pick a marker. Light press on the right grip, feel the bike lean right. Light press left, feel it stand up and tip left. It's not force, it's timing. Commit early in the corner entry and you'll stop running wide. Countersteering decides whether you can make the turn. The next habit decides whether the bike wants to make it. Number 8, bad body position and hot entries. Rushing into corners with too much speed is the #1 way to turn a fun road into a stress test. Add stiff arms and a locked spine and the front tire has to carry every mistake. The fix? Slow in, smooth out. Do most of your braking while upright, then release the brake as you tip in. Drop your inside elbow a touch, relax your outside arm, and shift your upper body slightly to the inside so the bike can stay a little more upright. Keep your head level with the horizon and eyes on the exit. If the entry feels fast, that's your sign to fix it before you lean next time. Now that you can point the bike where you want to go and make it happy in corners, you need room to work. Space you create with the next 2 habits.
Number 9, poor lane positioning, living in blind spots. The center of the lane is often slick with drips and grit. The far right can put you in door zones and debris. The far left can tuck you into a mirror's dead zone. Good riders hunt for visibility, not symmetry. Left track to see around the car ahead. Right track to avoid a truck's mirror. Shift within the lane to create sightlines and escape paths. The fix? Think in thirds, left, center, right. Change your lane track on purpose based on who can see you and what you can see. At night and in rain, favor the cleanest pavement and the clearest mirror line, not the prettiest geometry. Lane track sets the stage. The buffer keeps the drama from ever reaching you, and that's the habit most beginners only learn after a scare. Number 10, tailgating, no escape plan. If you can't see the tires of the car ahead touching the road, you're too close. Close gaps kill options. One surprise, brake check, dropped box, sudden lane change, and you're reacting on hope, not plan. The fix? 2-second rule minimum in the dry. Add more for rain and traffic. Offset slightly left or right so you can see through the vehicle ahead. Always keep an escape box, a gap to the side, shoulder room, or a lane split only where legal and safe. Ride like you're allergic to being trapped. Break these 10 and the bike transforms from jittery to composed. But there's one more move that glues it all together so it sticks when the street gets loud. A tiny weekly routine. Most riders don't crash because of monsters hiding in the mountains. They tip over their own habits, eyes glued to the wrong thing, hands snapping at the controls, space shrinking to 0. Break the 10, wear real gear, let tech help without letting it lead. Look where you want to go, scan farther, blend your brakes, smooth your throttle and clutch, press to steer, slow in and relax the upper body, choose lane tracks for visibility, and guard your buffer like it's oxygen. Do the tiny drills, write the tiny notes. In a month, the bike won't feel twitchy anymore. It'll feel like it's on your side, because finally, it is.